All right, I've had a question about journal number 10 in Unit 3 for the 4U Physics. So I'm going to try to explain it as best I can with using the camera in my hand. So there's two pieces of information provided. The first piece of information tells us that the velocity of the particle is moving at a 45-degree toward the northeast. When it goes through a magnetic field, the force is directed upward. So using our right-hand rule number 3, our thumb is going to point in that direction. If the force is pointing upward, that means that my palm has to be up, because if my palm was face down, the force would be going into the desk. So the palm's got to be up, thumb has to be pointing in that direction. The problem with this information is that it doesn't state whether it's passing through the field at a 90 degree, at a 45, at a 0, and I'm not going to be able to open my hand up 180 degrees, but the bottom line is my fingertips point in the direction of the field strength. So the field could be anywhere from being parallel to 90 degrees to that direction. So those are our options for which direction the field would go. All right, so that's what the first piece of information would tell us. And if that's all we had to worry about, we could just simply say it's heading anywhere from southwest to northeast. It goes on, the question then gives you a second piece of information, and it tells us that our velocity is coming out of the page. So now my thumb is coming out toward the camera, and my palm has to face west because our force is heading west. So our orientation, my fingertips then, we said in the first part, it's going to be anywhere from there to there with the given information. With this secondary piece of information, in this situation here, we now can specify that our fingertips are heading due north. Now the argument I always get from students is that, well, this would have told us this right all along. However, if we just had this information, we'd be in a similar situation where the fingertips could have been pointing straight up or it could have been straight down. Remember, because a field can rotate in 3 space, so that means that our fingertips, we didn't have a direction for the fingertips, but because of information 1, we knew that our orientation, this way, that it had to be in this range, not tipped up or down, okay? So it would have been tipped up or down. It wouldn't work because we said that the force is upward. So we know our fingertips have to be in that kind of orientation. The second piece of information, this means that the field would be in this way, but the fingertips still are the direction. So your field is 3D, remember. So our fingertips from part number 1 is going to be in that 180 rotation. Okay? For part 2 to work, it's got to be like that. So the fingertips then are pointing in the north direction. Hopefully that kind of clarifies or helps with the explanation as to why you needed both pieces of information. It comes from the fact that we don't know at what angle the particle is passing through the field.